Hi, everybody. Today I'm joined by Chinedu Odiari, a visionary tech founder using innovation to save lives. His app, Get Check, is changing how underserved communities experience safety during traffic stops. Let's get into it. How you doing today?
I am phenomenal. Again, thank you very much for having us on. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. When I saw your app, I was like, people need to hear about this app, because it's a life-saving app and I think it's a very good idea. So that lead me to my first question with you is you founded Get Check app after a traffic stop at age of 16. Can you take us through that experience
Mhm.
and the moment you realized something needed to change?
Yeah, so after I was in a routine traffic stop with some friends for a missing front license plate, and in a split second, everyone always talks about, hey, follow the instructions, and in our community, we get the talk. And I'm doing everything complying as the officer said. In a split second, I'm staring down the barrel of the officer's weapon. After the fact, learning it was due to his fear, So, I always said, we can either allow a situation to make us bitter, or we can either allow a situation to make us better. So from then on, I started doing ride-alongs with law enforcement to put myself in the shoes of officers. And I also learned that a traffic stop is also one of the most deadliest for law enforcement. And seeing the things that are happening, not especially highlighting in our community, like Sandra Bland, Philando Castile, Dante Wright, and it's like, why are we still losing lives, during these interactions? There has to be something that can be done. And from going into various communities and talking to community leaders, we've been iterating Get Check App to provide a bridge for both law enforcement as well as motorists to have safer interactions during these traffic stops or other emergency situations. Our whole main mission is to save a life.
Oh, nice. And that's nice. Like I say, it's I was looking at the app and I was real impressed with it. Yes, so I think it will. Now who is your primary audience for the Get Check app?
So right now we are our primary targeted audience right now that we are targeting are young black males, right? That's our first primary target.
Mhm.
And then our secondary target is parents, right? Parents with kids within driving age. Um, and then our last target customer segment are Hispanic families because of what's currently happening right now with ICE and knowing your rights. We also provided a value add with inside the app of allowing users to know their rights during interactions with law enforcement. And we're also currently working on expanding that capability by providing, and I'll share this, by utilizing AI to help our users with, um, with providing specific rights guidance. So both our users and law enforcement could be on a balanced communication playing field when it comes to that, right? With the whole goal of bridging the gap.
Okay. All right. That's good. Good information. Mhm. And so what have been the toughest challenges in building an app with real-time streaming and legal guidance?
Um, what's been the toughest challenge? Uh, that's a good question. Um, I think one of the toughest challenges that we faced is letting people know that this is out there, right? Because we've built Get Check app before, we've had these technologies that are plug and play, right? People told us we couldn't do it way back in the day where we had to go build an actual video WebRTC for all my developers out there knowing the intricacies of actually trying to put a video streaming and also making sure we test it in rural areas. So the technology, the building of the technology, it's not really something that we worry about. It's making sure that people know that Get Check app is readily available on the app stores for them to go ahead and download. Some people don't even aren't even aware that hey, there's an app out there for this. So just educating users and educating the people that there's a solution and how we come together to create, this movement. Get Check app for us is not just an app; it's a way of creating a movement, providing something tangible to empower the people by having something in the palm of their hands. We see that all these fatalities that's happened within our communities, you know, we've gotten tired of going out there and marching and you know we believe in doing something or creating something that's tangible, creating a solution that allows um, us to move forward to create the change that we want to see, not really rely on our government to provide that change, but for us to take the ownership and create that change that we want to see. And if our mission is to save lives, well, we want to do that by empowering our community, empowering the people, right? That's why our vision is the Get Check app is the new era of digital communication. Um, for the people, created by the people, because we really listen to the people when creating Get Check app.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm quite sure with everything, new when it comes to technology, you're always going to run through some type of, issues or something like that. But, and it's always a learning experience, So, you had like family and friends to
Absolutely.
help you test the app out.
Yes, yes, from family and friends to going to various communities to even being involved in a car accident myself and having to need a resource. Get Check app actually helped me. I was in a car accident where, a car rolled into a
Oh,
ditch
no.
and I did not know where I
Oh,
was. I had to, I realized I'm like, oh yeah, check. And as soon as I tapped that button, it alerted my loved ones. It actually gave me my specific location so I could share with my family.
mm.
And when first responders came, and I was in the ambulance, they asked for all my information. Well, some of it is still in the car. I can't go back there and retrieve it. But with the Get Check app, I had my insurance, my driver's license, all my documents there, ready for me to show them, which also came in handy in renting a car. So these were, and it became like a, a channel, I guess you could say, to share with my family what's going on in real time. The annoying part of it was, when I'm sharing with my family, they're watching, they're asking questions inside the app. Um, they're telling other family members, and other family members are trying to call me, and I'm like, no, go download the app, right? So it's really came in handy. Right? It's really came in handy. I'm like, I don't want to be repeated. It's just y'all go download the app, join what's currently get the live updates.
Hmm.
Also, I had to use Get Check app during I got in a traffic. I got pulled over. So, and something that was really interesting about that is the officer, one, he looked at that. I let him know that I am recording. I'm utilizing Get Check app to record. He asked for my information. I just had to press a button. and it's still live streaming. It's showing all my information. My contacts are there watching.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he's like, "Hey, I took off my glasses so I could be a little bit more personable."
Mm-hmm.
I saw the app. I think it's a good idea too. That allows both people to, you uh, know that people are watching. So let's be on our best behavior. So he's like, I took off my glasses, or he took off his glasses so he could be more personable. And that was a traffic stop that was I felt more. I had peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's good. So now with your app, it not only records, but it like let your family members know like your location. So do you have to like let them know you're gonna send it to them, or once you put in the app, you have it set up to where you could put different people information so that way they'll know your location.
So right now, it lets you know your specific
Okay.
location. What we are expanding upon, because we were getting various comments from users on, well, do I only share it to just my friends? Do I share my just my loved ones? Like, how do we want to go about? There's different ways users wanted to go about their location. So that's currently a piece that we are expanding upon, right? Having We want to be able to provide our users access
Okay.
um, to having their friends and their loved ones know their specific location, but we also want to do it right by ensuring our users' privacy. Because that's the first and foremost thing that we're going to get asked is how's privacy, especially when we're collecting PII data like driver's license, insurance. So we want to
Okay.
make sure that our user data is at most secured, and how we share data with how our users share data like their location with their contacts is going to be important to us, and that's what we will be expanding upon on the next release.
Oh, okay. Okay. But like I say, it's something I feel like we all should download on our phone. So now you did. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm glad that you're okay because I know you say your car rolled in the ditch and all that. So we're thankful that you're here with us. Yes, to
Hmm.
share this information. And
Amen.
how did the officer, respond to you, letting him know that he was being recorded?
He was fine with
He
it,
was fine with it.
right? I think most of us don't know that you can record uh, law enforcement, especially during a interaction during a traffic stop. Right? He was fine with it. As I said, he even took off his glasses so he could even be more personable because he knows that not only is it streaming, but there's other people who are on it watching the whole interaction. And I have also shared with him, hey, this is Get Check app. We're currently streaming this interaction. And matter of fact, I have my loved ones who are on this also watching, who are witnessing this whole entire interaction happening live. So by the time he came back, he's like, hey, I just want to be more personable. So I took off my shades so we could have a more personable interaction.
Oh, nice.
And
So
I
so.
kudos to that officer too.
Mhm. So your family or whoever you have on the app at the time, they watching everything in live as if they were there with you. Oh, that is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
And they could interact with me, send messages through the app. Yeah, let tell hey, keep calm. This is you're smiling for someone who's getting pulled over. I'm like, well, I'm using the app. I never thought I had to be using the app, but I guess I created a solution for a problem that I was having. But and I guess, and I also know that are a lot of people in our communities, and not just only our communities, but a lot of people in other communities are having these um, uh, I guess,
Okay.
hurdles or difficulties, right? So at the end of the day, our main goal, right, especially when I share it with other law enforcement officers, is our main goal is to have accountability, right? Have transparency, provide safety for both parties, and ultimately have peace of mind. If we believe if law enforcement get to have a body camera It only shows the view of that driver, but we don't get to see the view of that officer.
That's true.
So with Get Check App, it provides a holistic view. Now it provides a holistic picture. Now
Mm.
we get to see the face, the tonality, all of that is part of bridging the gap of communication with both sides. Because especially in the Sandra Bland case, when we only see one end, we miss critical pieces of of information that really highlights how that communication interaction is going.
Oh, wow. That is good. Well, my grandson is studying now to drive. He's an 18-year-old young black male, and I tell him all the time, while he's trying to practice, I'm so scared for him because I'm like, the young people, they just so into the music and want to lean. And I'm like, you got to be focused, you got to pay attention. And, I go through scenarios with him, me and his mom, and we tell him, if you get pulled over, roll the window down, put your hands on the steering wheel, follow instructions. But I'm most definitely going to help him get this app so he can get educated because it sounds like it's very good. And you can only choose
Yeah.
like one person at a time to be on with you.
No, no. As soon as you press that right now, as soon as you press that button, all the people that you have requested can jump on
Oh, that's even
simultaneously.
better. So you
Yeah,
have more
so
than
you
just
could have
yourself and the
three,
one
five.
person. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You could
So
have
it's
five
whoever you put
jump
in
on
your contact to be
simultaneously.
on the app with you. Once you record, they will have access to see what's going on.
They will have access
Oh,
to see
wow, that's
what's going
good.
on in real time.
Oh,
Yeah. And
wow.
it's also available for Android. Android users can get this. We also made it to translate in Spanish, so for our Spanish-speaking community could also have this as well because the app is now translated in Spanish. Um, yeah, it's one thing that you did mention is the talk. Right? Our community knows about the talk. Right, when you get pulled over, this is what you should do. This is how you should, act. And that's one thing that we want to address within the app, especially for new drivers, young drivers,
Mhm.
is readily provide them information on how to conduct and how to interact during traffic stops, so they could be, up to date. Because about 58 million drivers, right? The first time that they encounter law enforcement is during a traffic stop. And so it's a very scary feeling for not just young drivers, but for any driver who encounters law enforcement. The first time we're going to encounter them is during a traffic stop on the road. So if we have, you start having the built up fear, anxiety, and if we could provide not just those drivers, but those drivers' families and loved
Mhm.
ones, friends, a way to put them at ease. Um, during these interactions, the main goal is to create safety for both parties while also providing peace of mind to our drivers and their families.
Oh, wow. That's oh my goodness, this is good. Yeah, this is good. Most definitely going to be helping you push this app because that's something that everybody should have on their phone. And do the yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely.
absolutely, absolutely.
Like,
And I didn't
one
realize
one thing
you
that
say it comes in Spanish and what other language?
right now it's in English and Spanish.
English and Spanish.
Um,
Okay.
uh,
Okay.
English and Spanish because we wanted to make sure Spanish-speaking communities also have this, especially within their language. And as we continue to grow, we'll continue to expand the languages.
So do you have like a team to help you monitor all of this? Like you have like a database, you work with a company?
Yes, so we have we're still small, right? We're still small. We're a small, growing startup. Um, so while other major companies has fleets of people,
Mhm.
we're just a tight knit group of us working to make sure that we're talking to our users. We're also providing internships to have, you know, um, uh, young people come and understand how it is to be within a tech startup, because um, platforms, the software platforms we
Mhm.
use are the software platforms Fortune 500, Fortune 50 enterprises are using. So letting them get to experience that, that's our way of, one, giving back. Two, also it provides us value add, because, say, we get some extra hands too. It's a symbiotic relationship on both ends, and we also get to share Get Check app, our mission, with them, while also allowing them to share this with with the age groups, or with other potential users, and then learning from them. Because when we say we created Get Check app for traffic stops, my story, my personal story, my journey inspired this. But from being able to have this symbiotic relationship, we've been able to learn that, wait, Get Check app can also be used in other areas, especially college
Mhm.
campuses, for young women walking home at night, getting in ride shares, and them feeling uncomfortable or unsafe, just
Yes.
even car accidents, various other areas that we didn't know that other people are utilizing Get Check app. But from we're always constantly learning. Um, so we always say, hey, Get Check app, we created it for traffic stops, but we see that it can be used for other emergency situations.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. I was thinking about it'd be good and helpful for young women who's out and about. They can
Hmm.
have it on for their protection as well. So yeah, that it'll be good for seem like for
Absolutely.
everybody, like you said. Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're just starting here, because we got to be focused. We got to start in one place so we can continue to expand, and as we continue to grow, please, we keep saying, please, we don't know what we don't know. Um, please provide us feedback. That's the only way that we can be able to grow and provide something valuable back to our users, back to, we call them checkmates. Once you get the app,
Hmm.
you become a checkmate, and we tell you to go get your mates to get the app so
Yeah.
you can have their back or check in on them. Um, and then they become checkmates.
Hmm. This, it was a question. You said something that triggered me to ask you a question. So, like, when you have you had any incidents where you had to like pull the recording and use it for court or anything yet?
Not
Not yet.
yet,
Okay.
not yet. Um, but with more people using this, um, so right now, I do want to preface. Right now, it is a live stream, and those
Okay.
your witnesses can record on their end. But as we continue to grow, we will have a database that will store your recordings, and
Okay.
allowing our users to, our checkmates, to be able to pull that recording, um, and utilize it for how they wish. Um, or whether it's court proceedings or evidence. Um, but yes, as I'm saying, we are still, either we're crawling and learning how to walk. We're still new. We're still growing, and
Hmm.
our main goal is making sure that people are aware that Get Check app exists for their emergency needs, but really Get Check app exists to provide them peace of mind.
Okay. Yeah. Well, like you say, I know you're growing, and but once you get it out there and um, people can see the app and know everything it does. It's a good tool to have, on your device. Absolutely. So, like I said, I'm going to talk to my grandson about it, and my daughter, and my other granddaughter. So, just make sure, they know they have options out there. Whether they driving or not, it's still good to have it. You know. for any situation. So it sounds like
Absolutely.
it's going to be a
Absolutely.
perfect app to have. Now I know a lot of people are concerned about getting apps because of protecting the information and stuff like that. So have you heard anybody say anything
Mhm.
about I don't want to get the app because I don't want my information out there?
Absolutely, and that's the first thing that comes to us is security, right? And that is one of the first things that we prioritize is user
Hmm.
security, because we're collecting driver's licenses, insurance. We're leveraging third party platforms to that focus on security and integrating them into the Get Check app to provide security for the data for our user data, right? So we understand if people don't feel comfortable in getting the app, or putting their information in the app because they want to continue to build trust. We understand that,
Hmm.
and as we continue to grow, hopefully we can earn the trust of those people, um, and let them know that Get Check app is safe. The main goal that we're trying to provide you is peace of mind, right? Um, because we collect this data down the line, we could see ourselves partnering with, identity protection
Hmm.
companies, right? To even provide more layer of security, so people more layer of not just only security but peace of mind, letting people know that Get Check app does this, but also because we collect your information and house your information, we have identity protection, so your information is also safe here.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's nice to know. Hmm. So, are you hopeful governments might integrate or support tools like the Get Check app in the future?
Well, are we hopeful that government might support Get
Hmm.
Check app tools in the future? Um, you know, when we first created the Get Check app, we created a contactless traffic stop platform, which allowed law enforcement to essentially type in your license plate and allow them to essentially know who's driving, and then pressing a button will initiate a video-like conversation with the driver. And when the driver picks up, it sends all of that information to the officer, um, with, uh, by also providing them a streamlined access, providing that user an accessible way to also receive a citation and resolve their citation without going to court. Um, because of the red tape and the uphill battle in collaborating with government, we shifted our focus to really just the consumer, the people. Um, there's areas we see that connecting with government, for example, courts, to still allow our users to pay their citations, right? Finding ways to connect with them where they don't have to, I guess, be so entrenched into the Get Check app,
Hmm.
because our primary focus is the people, our consumers, is the consumers, right? We're not focused on selling to governments, but we can collaborate with government. Um, we are hopeful that maybe one day we can have collaboration efforts with, the government to help streamline
Hmm.
certain tasks for the consumers to the government. But again, right now our focus is helping the people, and that's what we stand on. That's what we will continue to do. Right? Our vision is, when it comes down to that part, our vision is, the new era of digital communication between the people and their government. If that government piece comes in, then you know it comes in. But if but the main goal, again, the people and their government. Right? We are focused on the people. We have a lot of companies already that are selling to the government and then allowing the government to provide these platforms to the people. We're doing it the other way around. We're providing the platforms. We're providing the platforms to the people and telling the people to provide these platforms to their government, because this is how we empower the people. We're not going to just go protest. We're going to empower the people by putting the power in the palm of their hands. Because one thing we should not lose sight on is, without the people, there's no government. If we keep waiting for the government to provide us solutions, they will keep they will keep getting the funds. They will keep getting doing it the way that they see
Hmm.
fit. But when the people come together and take ownership of a platform and provide and tell the government this is how we would like to be governed, per se, then it starts shifting the balance, and that's what we want to do. That's why we also want to be able to provide shares of Get Check app to the people. It's very important to us.
Okay, that's understandable. Hmm. Yeah. Well, how has this journey as a young founder striving to reimagine justice shaped your perspective on technology?
How has this journey um, in revolutionizing justice impact my journey?
Yeah, as you try to reimagine justice, how has this shaped your perspective on technology, which are the
Um,
Get Check app?
Technology can be used as a way of empowerment, right? Um, I see that, back in the day, for example, back in the day, way back in the day, we used to have town hall meetings, and people will go to the town halls and talk about what's happening in their communities. And in today's age, with the hustle and bustle being so busy, we're not even going to our city council meetings. So with technology, um, us having that in the palm of our hands, we need to utilize it for to help us, one, save time,
Mm.
empower us by having a voice. Because if we're not able to go to our city council meetings, then we should be able to do all of these and know what's going on in our communities, not after the vote happens, but allowing us to make the vote happen in the palm of our hands. That's what we talk about empowerment. Um, Being able to bring information down readily, that it's easy for us to digest, especially in this age. I believe technology can and shape that, streamline things for us again, and put that power in the palm of our hands. I think that in today's age, we've relied so much on our elected officials to do our biddings for us that we are losing, we are continuously giving up our rights, giving up our freedom, because someone else is doing the bidding for us and we're too distracted to know what's currently happening.
Mm.
Technology can bring that back to us, to the people, and shift the balance of government, because again, I got to stress, without the people there's no government.
Mm. Okay, I get it. Hmm. Yeah, so it's like I said, it's like it's a pretty good piece of technology to have. A piece of give you peace of mind and safety. Knowing that someone is there who can vouch for you, who can hear what's going on, because they can hear as well. They're just not seeing; they can hear everything. Correct?
Hmm.
Okay, so who can hear everything? So
Correct.
yeah, I'm gonna talk to my family about this app. Hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And please, if there's any feedback that y'all have, please do let us know. Um, this is how we continue to grow. I we there's other if we're talking about changing our communities, right? We want to be able to continue to not just only grow,
Hmm.
but how do we now shift this growth and pour it back into our communities, right? Letting them know that if you have a dream, um, with focusing with one step at a time, you can take a vision and bring it to reality. The idea is to see, but it's how do we act upon that idea? Because everybody has an idea, but how do we act upon the idea to bring that seed to life? And that's something that I believe not just only our community can resonate with or create an impact, but other communities
Hmm.
can utilize that to create an impact in their communities. Um, Taking a vision and bringing it to life. Um, Seeing that, STEM, you know, because I was a previous athlete myself.
Hmm.
So it's not just about giving up your body and because I know athletes, the foundation I is phenomenal as an athlete, right? Discipline, focus, how you talk to yourself when you're tired, when things aren't going your way, being in the trenches, having grit. Those are important foundational skills for any human being. So, how do we now translate that not only from sports, but how do we translate that into life, right? Um, how do we share that you can be more than just a NFL player or a basketball player? Those are, hey, if you're able to get it, go ahead, right? But what other things can we create in this world and leave this world better than how we found it or how we came into it? And we are trying to leave a legacy, create generational impact, um, and change the perception or the talk and how we talk to ourselves for
Hmm.
for years. And we've always been resilient people, um, and that shows you can't bring us down. We always find a way to rise, and we've always risen. And now it's the movement is happening. It's being televised. It's happening right in front of us. So again, we're just happy to be great stewards.
Hmm.
We're just happy to be great stewards of this.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: is it compatible with all devices like Android, Apple? Some people still have
Yes.
Motorola.
If they could go to the Google Play Store and download an apps from
So
the App Store.
it's in like the Play Store, the Apple stores, and all of those places where you can download the app. Okay.
It is. It is. It's in Google Play. It's in uh, Apple iOS. Yep. Everyone could go ahead and get it, and now you don't have to. It's not only uh, if I have iPhone and you have Android or vice versa,
Hmm.
both people could add each other and still receive the video communication. Can still be able to live stream. They can still be able to talk. All of that still works seamlessly.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, because I saw it in my app store, so that's why I wanted to make for sure for the listeners that they know that it's in
Yes.
that all the app platforms so they could go and download it. Because I saw it in mine. I have Play Store because I'm still on Android.
Okay, hey, it don't mean nothing. I was always an Android user.
Uh-huh.
I've been an Android user, but then something happened. I switched to iOS,
Hmm.
and being in technology, you're testing both. So I had to go get Android back again. So, a matter of fact, I have both Android and iOS. So,
Hmm.
to me, I'm just when I would ask, hey, do you have an iPhone or Android? Because there was a different app store you were able to send the
Yes.
links to. That's the only reason I would have had to ask. Other than that, it's like I didn't mind what you had. I just needed to know what you had so I could send you the correct link.
Okay.
But now people could go up there, search it. They just search Get Check app, boom, it'll pop up, and they could go there
Yeah,
and
that's what
download
I
it, and
did.
it's
I went to
free.
Google and typed in
Hmm.
and Get Check app, and it came up and it took me right to the Play
Yeah,
Store. You know how you just go on the internet and just play around and see what you can find out and things like that. So yeah,
yeah.
it sure
Hmm.
did. It came right up.
Yep.
So
And and it's free right now. It's free right now. Our main goal that we are trying to do is get 50,000 users
well, y'all better get it
um,
while it's
for
free.
this. Come on, get 50. Come on, come on. We're telling them. Tell them again for the people in the
Yeah,
back.
for the people in the back, get the Get Check app while it's free.
Come on, come on,
Yeah, this is for the
come
safety
on.
of you and your family, your loved ones, to give you a little peace of mind. So when you are getting stopped or pulled over, or if you're out and you don't feel right, make sure you got the recorder going, till you get in your safe location. So I'm excited to help push the app because, like I said, I looked it up and I'm really impressed with it, and I know it can be beneficial for people. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you, thank
Hmm.
you. It's we can't do this. We always say we did not create the Get Check app by
Hmm.
ourselves. It took the people, right? It took us going and meeting people where they are, hearing um, their problems. Also, even inserting ourselves in the shoes of officers so we can hear, firsthand, see firsthand how traffic stops are
Hmm.
conducted from their point of view. In order to be a bridge, right, you got to put yourself in other people's shoes. And so it was the people again that helped us in creating this, the relationships that we've created, we've built that helped us get to this point. So, I can't take the glory. I always say I'm just really the steward of this. So even yourself helping us, creating a platform, having a platform, and creating a place where we can have a voice,
Hmm.
share our story, share the stories of those who may not have a voice
That's
anymore.
true.
This is for them. This is about those that have felt injustice, those that have felt that the system is unjust. It's not right. Those that have walked and marched and protested and wanting to see a change.
Hmm.
Really, Get Check app is, again, we see it as not just an app, it's a movement. It's a movement for change. It's a movement for a new era. It's a movement that is empowering the people, that is putting the people first, that is putting the power in the palm of the people's hands, that is changing the tide and the course of where this country is going, because without the people there's no government, and it's the people's voice. So Get Check app is a voice and a peace of mind for the people. It The people created it. The people will help it be what it's going to be. It's the foundation is the people.
Yeah, like you said, it's a voice. Give you peace of mind. I didn't look at it like that way. I didn't look at it like that, but yeah, that's yeah. And you have the opportunity to have more than one voice. Because, some people see something that you don't see. You can be
Absolutely.
right there in front of it. So it's good to have different perspectives when when you're playing
Come
something
on.
back. So now, when you record, you get a copy of the recording, and the person get to have the recording as well.
So as we explore that breakdown of how that recording will be, we don't know if, well, do we have your emergency contact or your loved one get the recording? Would that recording only go to you? So we're still exploring how that would be.
Okay.
Maybe on the paid version, on when people go into the paid plan, maybe all your people get that recording, but that is still something that we're currently exploring right now.
So right now, just you have the recording.
So right now, it's just a live stream,
Oh, just a live
but your
stream.
people
Okay,
can
gotcha.
record. So
It's a live stream.
live
Okay.
stream, but your people can record. They can record through their device, but as we continue to
Okay.
grow, they could we could have a housing for your recording, or even have a housing for your loved ones or those that jump in and call to also have a recording. And those are the things that we're exploring.
Okay, so it's a
We
live
just want to make
streaming
sure when
app.
you press that button, we just want to ensure that right now, especially for the free version, as soon as you press that button, we keep to our promise, right?
That's
That
still
as soon as
good,
you
yeah,
press this
because it's
button,
real time.
all yours, absolutely, absolutely, you have witnesses, right? Um,
Hmm.
Imagine having witnesses from all across the country saying the same thing, right? Right? They could also even try to record from their phones. Um, so right now, we want to keep the promise. Right? As soon as you press this button, your checkmates will be alerted. All of them simultaneously. So if you have 10, they will all be alerted simultaneously. All of them could hop on, and the live stream will start happening. They could all jump in and watch that live stream. You have your location. You have easy access to your digital documents.
Hmm.
You have know your rights guidance. You have all of this with one push of a button. So that's the promise that we are moving forward with today. But as we continue to grow, we will start having incorporating more features,
Hmm.
like you mentioned. Okay, recording. Another thing you mentioned is can you be able to send your location to your checkmates, right? Things like this. We have to have people. We tell people, please give us grace, right? We are still new. Please give us grace. Uber and all these big companies that we see did not come out with everything, right? Everything we all, even when we were born, we didn't just we weren't full grown. We all had to start somewhere. We all
Yeah.
started small and then grew. But the foundation is the people. As the people continue to get the app and continue to use the app and continue to provide us feedback on areas that they would like to see improvements, this is how we will grow, get big, continue to add the value add that the people want to see, to ultimately provide them the value add and the peace of mind that they need.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, like I say, this is good because I like the fact that it's real time, live. I'm streaming real time, so that's perfect. So, like I said, we're gonna see if we can get this app out there, and because it's gonna be beneficial for everybody. Absolutely, it sure will. And
Yes.
when you're not coding or advocating for traffic safety, what's something you enjoy that recharges you? Like when you want to just unwind and just relax.
Working out.
I need to be
Yeah.
working out too, so.
Working out, being in the gym, that is something that recharges me. That is something that I get to be able to connect with source. I get to,
Okay.
you know, break a sweat, right? Throw some weight around. just get in my mind and just push myself. Like that's unwinding for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I enjoy it. I enjoy it. That's my workshop.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a
That's
good
my
way to
workshop.
relax and build and and everything in the meanwhile. Yep, that's a good way to relax.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's how I relax. Some people are like, that is not relaxation. I'm telling you, it relaxes me when I got a lot on my mind.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I think of, man. I need to go work out.
Yes.
Yeah, I need
Absolutely.
to go work out. So yeah, gets the endorphins going. Just yeah, yeah.
Well, Shindu, before we go,
Enjoy it.
do you have any plugs you want to put out there or anything before we go that let people know different areas again, how to get the app, information, anything you want to let them know?
Uh, if y'all would like, please follow the Instagram page, get underscore check underscore app. Y'all could follow our journey. We just also, if you want to follow me, my Instagram handle is master chin underscore. Um, if you also want to stay tuned on the journey of creating Get Check app, you can follow our YouTube, which will have longer informational that is um, uh, built different by Master Chin. That's the YouTube channel. What we will be sharing is all the knowledge that we've learned. First, how to take an idea from ideation to um, to something tangible. How to go to market. How to build a pitch deck. What is a pitch deck? How to essentially build a app, right?
Okay.
What we went through, the things that we had to overcome, even how do you go raise money, all of this is things that we've learned, and we just want to be able to provide that back to our community or anyone who wants to watch. Here's our journey of how we created Get Check app. From here's these ride-alongs that we've done, all the way from Texas to Minneapolis, all the way to Philadelphia. Here's the communities and the leaders we went and talked to in the communities, and this is what we've done. So when we talk about this app, here's what we call our testimony, the tests that we had to go through in order to achieve a new status, role, or behavioral change. So these are our receipts, right? So this is why we are I say, the perfect ones to create this and build it and bring this to the people. This is what we've done. Um, if you have any feedback, please don't hesitate. Within all of these platforms, you can message us, and we will find a way. We will respond and even reach out and figure out how we can break it down to get more insight. Right? We don't know what we don't know, so please join us. Come on this journey with us, and help us share the voice of Get Check Out. Thank you. And thank you very much, Brenda, for having us on. Um, this has been uh, this has been phenomenal. I've appreciated every bit of it, um, and it's like you said, my mic, my voice. It's the voice of those that that may not have a voice. That's really what y'all are
That's
looking at.
correct.
This is not just me. So I don't really like to take you know uh, talk about me. It's the people. Um, it's those. I'm here today. Right? If it was a second, or if it was a slight thing, I may not be here. And we know it in our community of being a hashtag, putting your face on a shirt, and then moving on. It's like, no, how do we have something tangible to start creating the change that we want to see? And that's really what you're doing. You're creating an impact and a legacy that's going to be long lasting. Because what do they say? If you know, if you want to create change, the first place when a new government comes in play, what do? They take over the media, because the media is a medium to start spewing, whether it's propaganda or whether it's good or whether it's bad. It's You start spewing a message, and so what you're really doing is being a medium and creating a voice. And that is very impactful and powerful, and it's something that's going to be here till the test of time. Like your grandkids, kids will always have that and see this and see the impact that you've created. I've always said this during the civil rights era, um, when were happening. Imagine if that time era is current day to day. The question I ask people is, what role are you playing?
That's a,
Don't focus on, well, I gotta go to work, I gotta do my thing. What role are you playing to create an impact?
yeah,
Not only for yourself, not only for your family, but for your community. What role are you playing to leave a long lasting legacy? What role are you creating to fulfill a purpose? Shoot, some of us, what is our purpose? And you're doing a phenomenal job, and I wholeheartedly thank you again for for using your platform, inviting us on to
absolutely.
share our story, to share the stories of others, to talk about the people, to talk about how we can impact our communities, empower the people, create the change that we want to see, and not waiting for that change to come from elsewhere. And we're very thankful. So
Absolutely. Well,
thank
my
you
role
again.
is to help get it out there so people could be educated. So that's my role, and that's what my platform is. It's my mic, but it's your voice. So we're happy to do talks like this and stuff like that. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I thank you for coming on and giving me your time and coming on the podcast today, as well as I um, appreciate the journey that you're on, and it's very informative. And I really hope people look into the app because, like I say, streaming real time, that's going to be, you know, it could be life saving. I've seen a lot of videos out there. It could be life saving. So get the app, look into it, talk with your families, educate your loved ones, because it's very important today. We have to protect our loved ones, and this app is the first step and in that direction, especially when they're out of your sight and you can have access to them. So it's a good provision to have. Yeah. Shindu, well, like I said, I thank you for using your voice and your vision to protect and empower. Get Check is more than an app. It's a movement for justice, safety, and change. So, like he said, what is your role? My role is to help educate you guys and give you the information that he provided today. So, thank you once again for coming on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
All right. Well, you have a good day, okay?
All right. You too.
Uh,
Thank you very much.
All
I look
right.
forward to seeing this, and I'll put it on my platform.
Yes. Yes.